Hello, I hope you're having a fabulous week. During this week, I'm starting to go through some of the stories that inspired the book. Not all of these stories are in the book. The book I'm talking about is Healing Happens, Stories of Healing Against All Odds. Today's story is not in the book, but it is one of the stories that inspired me to create the book. When I started to see my own story of healing when doctors didn't let me know that was possible, but then many other stories, I realized putting them all together in one book would be such a powerful message for letting other people know of their potential to heal beyond any diagnosis that they're given. I like to think of doctors as being meant to help us heal, not tell us when our life is over and when we're going to die. This is a story of a cook from Mount Washington, and I'll tell you what Mount Washington is in a moment, who was once told that she would be stuck in bed for the rest of her life. So what Mount Washington is a monastery that the great yoga guru Paramahansa Yogananda created. And this story was told to me by his disciple, Swami Kriyananda, who had lived at that monastery. He lived there for quite some time, but for about 3.5 years while Yogananda was alive, and then I think about another 10 years between that location and maybe a couple other locations. But here we are at Mount Washington, and Swami Kriyananda meets the cook there. It's this really large, butch woman. He said she was from Sweden or some other country where people come with a very strong physique. And she did. He said she had the power of 6 men. But he was very surprised to find out that at one point she was stuck in a bed due to polio, and her nurses said that that was it for her life, that she would be stuck there. Well, being the strong woman that she was, she decided that was not going to be the case. And when the nurses were not looking, she started with using whatever she had in her body. The first thing she could do was just wiggle over towards the edge of the bed. And then the next thing she could do was wiggle over towards the edge of the bed and fall off of the bed. I'm wondering what these nurses are finding, when they come back in the room and they see her on the floor. Because the next thing she started to do after she was falling off of the bed onto the floor was learn how to crawl across the floor. And then after crawling across the floor and finding her way to the wall, she would slowly climb up the wall. She just slowly, through her own willpower, retaught herself how to use her physical body and gain the refunctioning. And as far as I know, she was able to be that strong butch woman that had the power of 6 men for the rest of her life at that point. I hope that this gives you some ideas for your own self. This isn't just about healing, all right, the physical body and physical disease. This is about anything that we could do in life if we apply the willpower and we just take one baby step at a time. If this was helpful to you, please like the video. Please share it with others so that it can inspire them, and then add your comments and your thoughts and your stories below. Also, please visit the webpage for the book, www.healinghappensbook.com, and you could start reading the book right away. Blessings! Bye-bye.